This is Grounded 2. We're here on Xbox Series S. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. The continuation to the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in the Backyard experience is here. This time, there we go. This time we're out in a massive park, which is kind of hard to show the scale of, considering you could kind of see it. Yeah, we're in a giant park now. It happened again. We've become shrunk. Why is that hotkey not there? That is... why didn't that move across consoles? That's very odd. One sec here. I gotta adjust the camera mode toggle. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that didn't just continue across. Oh, there's a giant hot dog stand there. I didn't even notice that. Billy Dogs. Wonder if I can get like a good Costco hot dog in there. Anyways, yeah, so it's continuing the events of the first game. It's a brand new open world survival experience and a new level and a new place with new challenges, new hurdles, new creatures to deal with, new problems. And it's launching as part of a game preview. So it's just like the first game. It's going to be something that they develop over time and improve and enhance. And yeah, I just got killed by a mite there, I guess. That was a little depressing. Anyways, yeah, so you kind of go and explore, you gotta manage your water, your hunger, and you gotta make it out alive. You can play alone, you can play with others, you can try to gather the resources and play the story, or you can just kind of like survive. There's also like a creative kind of mode, and I'm sure over time they'll add more extensive creative mode options too, as they kind of did with the first game. But yeah, no, it's quite an interesting experience. It's definitely one where the first game I had a lot of fun with, and the second game it just kind of seems to really be blowing that out more, if that makes sense, like expanding the concept of it quite a bit, adding a lot of stuff, doing some new things with it, while still kind of carrying forward like the characters from the first game. And there's like an interesting plot. You're trying to go save Burgle there, who's been taken, and it's like a Liam Neeson situation there. And yeah, it's just kind of a delightfully charming experience. Raw meat from the Weevil. Ugh, nobody wants to deal with that. So yeah, I guess if you're not familiar with it, it's basically, like I said, Honey, Shrunk the Kids. Well, the first game you were in a backyard. In this one, you're now in the park, like I mentioned. And things just kind of got a little messy. Why can't I make like a campfire? Is that not a... Oh, why do I keep doing that? Is that not part of this? I think I have to unlock the campfire or something, if I'm not mistaken. Because there's the armor, stuff like that. And then... yeah, that might be the kind of situation we're dealing with here. The Omni tool, yeah, I think I need to unlock it with the camp kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, so you're kind of going around, you're surviving, you're building, and you're trying to make your way through all of the different challenges that this one offers. It's got more of a distinct preset kind of thing. Where do you get grass seeds from? Ranger challenges. It's got more of a distinct set opening for tutorial, and then it throws you out to the open. But I did kind of like the first game. I'm just gonna
forgot how tiring it was being
throw you in there. I need to eat, but like, yeah, where's my cooking option? I need like a fireplace. I'm glad I have lots of options to mount things. A roasting split. There we go. I need peplets. Okay, there we go. We can cook. So, anyways, if you haven't noticed, here on the Xbox Series S, it is a bit disappointing in terms of like what we're getting here. I know it's a game preview title, but it definitely seems like Series S kind of just got a little bit left by the wayside. So all this stuff is temporally scaled when it comes to this engine, as you are probably aware. And if you've seen any of videos I've done on this engine, or you've seen any, well, this engine at all. So this one, it looks like it's temporal scaled, and it's like 1080 from like a sub quality below that quite a bit. Like the image is quite soft, so probably sub 720p there. And then the biggest issue though is this one is just 30 FPS. I can't really recall what the Series S did for the first game, but I feel like it had a little bit more going on. And as I said, this could very well be a case of it's just in-game preview, and it's just like, it's kind of a continuation of the thing where the Series S just sort of isn't up to snuff with the generation. We just continue to see that with this console. It continues to struggle to do, you know, kind of basics. Can I undo that? No, I just gotta throw it. Okay, that's fair. So, yeah, if you were expecting like a really good level of like fidelity and stuff on this one, it's like, it looks okay. You know what I mean? Like, it looks okay, but it leaves a lot to be desired. Wait, I have a whole aphid thing? I wonder why that wasn't available for science. Find water. I have it on water all the time. It's just kind of like on the ceiling there. And it's usually just dripping down. Anyways, we cooking. We cooking. So, yeah, and then on top of that, a photo mode. You can do saves. There are various game settings, how often it saves. You can change the FOV, the depth of field, motion blur stuff, keyboard, controller support, various audio settings, and then accessibility choices. Like the Arachnia save mode, if the spider is too scary for you, you can make it a terrifying blob, which I actually think is scarier, but, you know, all to their own, right? Cooking. How close would it be for this being cooked? I want a big snack. Oh, there we go. Because my character is getting a little hungry.
Doesn't beat Grandma's recipe, but it's close.
There we go. My food bar is good. I do need water. Usually there's droplets of water everywhere. But yeah, no, it's a game where you have to go out and you gotta, like, you know, explore, and you gotta build, and you gotta gather resources and do science to figure things out, and, you know, survive against the different creatures, and then you come across more deadly creatures as you continue to explore and expand, and it's really quite a neat gameplay setup. Like, I genuinely really love Grounded 1, and it's super cool to see, you know, a sequel, because I wasn't really expecting a sequel, and then it kind of popped up, and I was like, it makes perfect sense for them to do a sequel. And that's sort of what we're enjoying today, is that follow-up to the game, and I'm sure it'll continue to evolve in exciting ways. I want to fight the giant ladybug, but that ladybug will mess me up so badly that I won't even know what to do with my life. Emotionally, it'll just be like, yeah. Crunch the dead by an ant soldier. If only I had an ant soldier that could come with me. But yeah, like, visually, I think it looks okay here on the Series S. It's just, like, you know, it's a little blurrier, but it's mostly the frame rate that I kind of have issues with, and it doesn't even really necessarily feel like it is a locked 30 FPS either. It does feel like there are drops. They've definitely evolved a lot of the mechanics, though, as far as, like, tools and having to, like, I guess, gather additional things. It's definitely a big evolution over what they did prior. No, seriously, I'm actually quite impressed by the adjustments and the improvements, and it feels like a fun new space. And, like, visually, from a technical standpoint, it's much more impressive in terms of scale, what they're doing here. A webbed sack. Okay, it says attack. Oh, a bunch of spiders aren't going to pop out of this, are they? Oh, there's a spider leg. Did you imagine how disgusting it would be to, like, be here picking all this stuff up and, like, you know, interacting with this stuff? Ooh, what's in the can? I hope the spider doesn't get too mad that I killed the spiderlings. You know how spiders are. They're very aggressive in this universe. In real life, spiders are your friends, by the way. I need an Omni upgrade. Yeah, the Omni tool is quite a neat change, because they've essentially adjusted the game. Why does it want me to collect a clover so badly? What they've done is they've essentially adjusted gameplay mechanics so that your Omni tool is sort of this, like, all-around great device that does all this stuff for you. And then you kind of have different setups. So it's like a slightly different UI in that, but it actually works out really, really incredibly well. So I quite like what they've done with this game in terms of evolving the gameplay mechanics. I certainly wasn't expecting to see, you know, such evolutions. Why don't I just... Can I put this inside? Does it allow me to build in here? Oh, it doesn't allow me to build in here? Oh, that is so lame. What about on the underground area here? Because I was like, you could just literally use this base as a safe place for yourself. But I guess, yeah, they don't allow that. No land rights. Oh, that sucks. Because I was going to be like, oh, why don't we just build in here? And it's like, yeah, obviously we are not allowed to. Which I think is ridiculous. We only have so many analyzer charges too, eh? Now we're thinking with science. Raw gnaw. I thought we already put all the raw gnaw meat on there. Yeah, we gotta wait till the thing like levels up a bit more. Anyways, no, like it's kind of funny because it was like, oh yeah, we could just build in here and hide in there. I guess they thought of that. Wouldn't make sense why you wouldn't be able to build in there. Like if I was a kid, I would be smart enough, I think, to you know, kind of be able to use that as a safe space. But I guess that's why is they encourage you to do stuff. Oh, it's neat that they've got like the camera view and everything. I really like this game. I think this is a neat little series personally. There we go. I guess I'm low on food and water again. Thus is living the life. Now you're thinking with science. Raw science. Yeah, no, they've really got something special with the series. This is definitely something I could see them like evolving, making every few years and then doing like new ones and just keep like growing the kids or aging the kids, I guess you would say. Like it makes a lot of sense to me that you would do that kind of a thing and with the characters and it's just like it's a very neat world, honestly. Like it's a genuinely, to me, it's a genuinely fascinating experience and thing that they've created here.
Better than most protein shakes, actually.
Better than most protein shakes, actually. Cooking 101, multi-level building, clover roof. So many important things, but what I really need is an omnidirectional thing. Grass seed and sprigs. I just like, where do you get grass seeds from? That's my thing. I literally have not come across grass seeds. But I guess that's why you explore to see what you can come across, because it's like you could shovel out the ground with that. Like there's stuff you dig. Like they've really, like I said, done some utterly fascinating things with the gameplay mechanics to just sort of like lightly evolve them while keeping them similar to what we're used to. So maybe if I like break out the root of this. Yeah, no, like really, they've definitely changed things up a bit. Like it feels familiar, but it also feels a little bit new. Let's see if this gives me like a grass seed. Let's plant fiber. Definitely not. Gotta spend some more time exploring, I guess. That's like a grass plank. This is a giant leaf. Surprised the leaves don't do anything for you. Plant fiber. No, you don't really... I'm just like, how do you get more out of this? I could trash this. And you get nothing from it. I'm actually kind of thirsty, I guess. I want to chop the mushrooms, but I'm not good enough. So I can't figure out the grass seed aspect of it. Lots of spider eggs everywhere, which kind of makes me a little unsettled. That is for sure. But, yeah, no, it's not a bad setup. Like, it really does create an interesting world, like a dynamic one that you can kind of live in and explore and try to figure out the challenges of. And the perspective is neat, too, because you don't really get, you know, games of this way, if that makes sense. Like, you don't really get interesting things. How do I make a grass seed? Am I supposed to, like, take this and then, like, cut it up is the idea? Milk molars. Oh, okay. And then you can upgrade your stuff. The UI in that is quite evolved, which is interesting. Plant fiber. And then the place is like quite large. Like it definitely genuinely seems like a really big location. Like build a trail marker, craft a workbench. I wonder if I could put this in the tool thing and that's how I would get the grass. I'm just trying to figure that out. Yeah. But it really is quite wondrous, and then, you know, you're going to be able to get, like, I guess, creatures to work with you, and mostly the potential for this seems really exciting, especially if you're, like, a fan of the first, and it seems like, off the bat, we have a much more already crafted experience, if that makes sense. Like, in the first game, that stamina bar is definitely something to watch. Like, in the first game, it was definitely quite like raw in game preview, if that makes sense, but like the potential was always kind of there, I thought, and then like the full game, it really ended up being quite a special little experience, and I think I can see that with this one too. Like they definitely seem to know what to do. Like it seems like they were like, okay, so we made the first game, what can we do to evolve upon it? And to me it looks like they've definitely come up with some cool ideas to do that. Where am I getting grass seeds from? I can make an eye patch. I can also make maybe some armor. I need more clovers and more crude rope. Actually, what else is there on the workbench? Fibers, ant bait, a canteen for water, larval ants. So we need to collect more dangerous things. I can make a war hamlet. Does some slightly more damage, I guess. That way I'm ready for war! Hold the button to brutally break things. That's what I'm talking about. Want to destroy these folks. You run out of things. You feel like you get a lot, and then you gotta really work more to get, you know, other stuff. Brain power unlocks. You can see all the different chains of things. It really does seem like an impressive, like, scale up. But this is driving me crazy. I need a grass seed. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong plant. Hammering. What is this? The Omni Wrench. Fieldwork repairs. I'd love to get like a level 2 stuff. You gotta get so many things here. Like there's so much to kind of work towards. And I love that there's more environmental stuff too that you can end up getting. If that makes sense. Like there's more interactive kind of stuff. More stuff you can build. More like house stuff. I don't know if I should break that actually. Can I get up there and grab the raw science?
Raw science.
Raw science. I heard that's the best kind of science, is the raw stuff, because that's like that's science at its core. You know what I mean? That's like thinking with portals levels of science. I'm tired of these lawn mites. They're kind of everywhere. I'm just trying to figure out the whole grass seeds thing. It's probably like super obvious too. People are probably like, why aren't you doing this? And it's just like, I'm not thinking of it. And that'll allow me to make some cool stuff there. Glow sticks, that's what I'm talking about. Seems my science level is improving exponentially fast. You underestimate my science. You know, thinking with portals. Maybe it's the other type of grass we need. I will cut this down. No, the water. You get so sick drinking water like that. I know it's like better water for you, quote unquote. But yeah, you would get so incredibly sick drinking that kind of water. Even if you just drank like the surface level of it.